My dear Duchess, you have to try the Acacia Syndicate's rebirth therapy. The doctors there told me my nerves were shot because my soul was just too heavy. Ha! What a charming diagnosis. My youngest, bless his heart, gambled away half our estate. I finally put my foot down and sent him there for a month. And my word, I visited him last week and he's like a lamb. Barely speaks above a whisper now. He says he's found inner peace. Honestly, the place is an absolute godsend.
If you'll excuse us, madame, it's time for afternoon tea, and Her Grace requires a moment to stave off a migraine.
Oh, of course. Health comes first. I wish you all a most delightful voyage.
I know that dame's kid. Used to break people's fingers over a single chip at the tables. And a rabid dog doesn't just turn into a lamb. Unless someone scooped his brains out and bleached him. Boss, this place stinks. Too much sweet fragrance. Makes my skin crawl.
Sir Silver went over the books, found a 5 million ESOL deficit from the old Duke's time. Turns out Ricky, the accountant, waited for the old Duke to fall ill, cleaned out the vault, and bolted. I tracked the money to somewhere interesting. Glaros. A little coastal jewel in the Roman Empire that practically runs on the wellness trade. Word is, the second Ricky arrived, he checked right into the Acacia Syndicate's VIP wing. Here's the catch. Our people flashed the collection warrant, but the local cops and the syndicate stonewalled us. They insist Ricky is in closed-door therapy and refuse to hand him over. A wanted man suddenly turns into a heavily guarded patient. The syndicate's putting up a very thick wall, boss. On paper, the Acacia Syndicate deals in sunlight and salt baths. But shielding a fugitive at the risk of crossing a duchess? That takes more than just a fat envelope.
Who gives a damn? We kicked the door in, we dragged the bastard out. 5 million ain't pocket change, boss. We need that scratch to rebuild the family.
Just as you thought. That A-rank bounty on the Shadowborn Guild's board, the Smiling Corpses, has been gathering dust for a month. No takers. A month ago, floaters started washing up on the shores of Glaros, wearing bizarre, ecstatic smiles. Painters put them in oils, newspapers dubbed it the death of bliss, and the public swallowed it as some kind of macabre artistic statement. The bodies were found on Acacia's turf. They aren't just the biggest money machine around here. They're a heavy-hitting, Shadowborn faction. The two are connected. The question is, how deep does the rot go? Since the incident reeks of Shadowborn involvement, the Commission certainly doesn't view it as art. To them, it's a threat. If the ordinary folk catch on, the entire Shadow World risks exposure. So, they need someone to scrub the headlines. Moreover, taking a guild bounty polishes the family's reputation. In short, we show our faces, score some points, and ensure the guild tilts the scales in our favor down the line.
A turf war? Now that's what I'm talking about. Hold on. A bounty that's been gathering dust for a month. Why ain't nobody else snatched it up yet?
It's not exactly easy pickings. Akesios controls the resort's ports and shipping lanes. The big families aren't keen on burning a lucrative bridge, and the small-timers don't have the teeth to mess with the local kings. Besides, Akesios has a knack for shielding criminals and healing souls. Keeping a backdoor like that open benefits everyone.
So, we're picking a fight with Akesios? With just the three of us? Ain't we a little light on muscle?
Marching a few squads into town is a declaration of war. Strolling in as a trio, that's just a vacation. When the time is right, the extra muscle boss stationed at the neighboring ports will bare their teeth.
Freshly plucked lung-cleaning oranges! Come on, have a taste! Watered by the holy springs themselves? Guaranteed to cure that bloody cough!
Bottle there! Straight from the peak of Mount Eddis! Only 10 flasks left! Give those collapsed lungs a second breath!
Did you hear? They opened up slots for tonight's silent therapy. Only 2,000. I must secure a spot.
The esteemed Duchess de Flavin. Welcome to Glaros, the most radiant pearl of the Roman seas. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I am Valley, your personal concierge. Word has it you've taken an interest in our therapy programs. An exquisite choice. As the locals like to say, God created the coastal sun, but the Akesios Syndicate decides who gets to bask in it. As the preeminent conglomerate in these parts, we do not cater to the mundane. Our registry boasts only the Roman Empire's most brilliant minds, its finest artists, and visionaries such as yourself who hold the very pulse of the nation. In these turbulent times, figures of your stature inevitably gather a little dust. Whether that takes the form of physical exhaustion or perhaps a certain past that no longer serves you. The Akesios Syndicate is the hand that brushes that dust away. Whether you wish to repair a failing lung or transition into an entirely new, undisturbed way of life, we provide the most discreet, bespoke services available.
The Duchess is scouting for long-term assets to add to the family portfolio. Let's hope your offerings are worthy of the de Flavin name.
Oh, what a marvelous sense of humor, Duchess. This is purely to ensure the safety of our most distinguished guests. After all, lately we've had a minor issue with, unruly drunks.
Drunks? I ain't catching a drop of booze. But I do smell...
Someone's out there! A body in the water!
damn it. Why now, of all times? Security, move. Drag that drunk out of here. Don't let him startle her grace.
Boss, that's our corpse from the guild bounty. And take a look over there.
My deepest apologies for the disturbance, Your Grace. Likely just some thrill-seeking tourist who had a little bit too much to drink. You know how reckless the youth are these days. Absolutely no restraint. Looks like we've got new players on the stage. Shh. The real show is just beginning.
I thought we were here to hit up the Shadowborn Guild for a job. Why the hell are we in some stiff joint that needs a necktie?
This is the guild's Glaros branch. The guild operates on a simple philosophy. A top-tier predator doesn't dress like a butcher. Worldwide, their branches hide in plain sight as the local elite's favorite money sinks. In the capital of fashion, it's a bespoke tailor. In a city of art, a gallery. And here in Glaros, it's the Sirens Club.
Then why the hell do we have to drag our asses all the way out here? Couldn't we just take this contract back at the Melania branch?
If you want the freshest sea urchin, do you wait for someone to ship it to the Melanian coast? Or is it faster to pry it open on the beach yourself? It's guild policy. Run-of-the-mill bounties can float around, but a feast like this, one that targets the lifeblood of a local power, must be overseen directly by the local branch. You don't get to order a dish named Akesios unless you're sitting at the bar in Glaros. Otherwise, if someone accepts the contract from afar and refuses to pull the trigger, or worse, flips the intel to the enemy, the guild's reputation goes up in smoke.
So they're just scared someone's gonna die in a dash. Pain in the ass.
Sir, your revolver appears to be a touch parched. The cool air in here is quite crisp, but it can be rather unforgiving to gunpowder. Shall I provide a basic maintenance service? Just to ensure that, should the need arise shortly, it sings with a sharper snap.
I'll pass. I don't make a habit of letting my hardware out of my sight.
The cleaning is complete. Kindly inform our employer that the rug has been thoroughly scrubbed. Not a single stray hair left.
Excellent work. The final installment will hit your account momentarily. May you enjoy a restful sleep tonight.
The second we step out these doors, I'm putting 3 rounds in your head.
Fine by me. But until then, this drink is on my tab. To the guild's absolute truce.
Making blood enemies chug booze at the same table. The leash in this place is made of iron.
It seems they aren't peddling liquor here. They're serving order.
These stalls are generally reserved for members. Your faces are new. That's a rough vintage. Burns the throat on the way down. Besides, the price tag scares most folks off. Nobody wants to touch it. A-rank bounty, the smiling corpses. Objective: trace the origin of the bodies, frame the incident as a mundane tragedy, and neutralize any risk of exposing the Shadow World. If Shadowborn involvement is confirmed, you are to eradicate the offending faction. 3 million payout. If you die, it's on you.
What a coincidence. Barkeep, I've been thirsting for this particular vintage for a while. Mind if I cut the line?
Take your damn hand off it.
Cutting the line is exceptionally poor form, sir. Especially when you're reaching for our boss's property.
Lady, leash your hounds. If they keep barking, I'm going to have to rip out their vocal cords and use them to garnish my drink. Besides, if you're trying to snatch this vintage from me, I really ought to see if you've got the stomach to keep it down.
Let go.
Oh, got quite a grip, don't you? Hush. Oops, lights out. Let go. Don't make me strip away your hearing, too.
Can't see, but he's right here. These are his desires to suppress me, his hunger to win.
Got you.
Huh. Mind control. Or playing with desires. Now that's interesting. Whoa there. You'd actually torch it? You're even crazier than you look.
Enough. If you want to flirt, get a room upstairs. If you want to kill each other, take it to the back alley. But if you destroy guild property in here, you'll be paying for it tenfold. Good thing the envelope is made of special material. Otherwise, it'd never survive the two of you trying to drown and roast it. Since you're both so thirsty for this vintage, you're sharing the bottle. 50-50 split on the bounty. Full intel exchange. Sign the contract or get the hell out.
Perfect. I was just in need of a good piece of bait. You've got a deal. Since we're splitting the bill, I'll grab the first course. The Precinct Morgue. See you there. Oh, and they call me the Ref. Don't be late, partner.
The nerve on this prick. Makes my damn blood boil. Ghost, you ever heard of the name Ref? Where the hell did he come from?
Not a Melanian Shadowborn, and not on my current intel lists. But I'll put out some feelers over the next few days. Understood, boss.
It's me. We've got a sanctioner in play. No, he took the bounty under his own name. He's alone, and didn't mention anything about the sanctioners. Shouldn't be an issue. Understood. I'll keep a close eye on him.
After you, guest. Enjoy the AC. It's on the house. This one dressed a bit too loud for the occasion. Gutted by a jealous lover. Oh, look at that miserable mug. Nope, not him either. Ah, patience. With some old friends, I could smell the scum on them even if they were reduced to ashes. Ah, there we go. Our little ray of sunshine. Well, well, if it isn't Matchstick Enrico. Number 5 on the Roman Empire's bounty board 6 months ago. 200 grand on his head. This bastard loved torching apartment buildings in the middle of the night just to hide in the dark and listen to the screams. Called it the most exquisite symphony. Look at his expression now. How ironic. A man who spent his whole life bringing nothing but pain to others, yet died thinking he'd gone to heaven. That really makes me sick. Oh, I just have a mind for faces. Plus, we used to engage in a little bit of business together. Ice cold, partner. But I like your pragmatism. Looks like a lethal dose of a neural catalyst. It targets the brain's pleasure centers, releasing a sense of calm and euphoria. When the effects are pushed past the limits of human endurance, the nervous system simply burns out from the overload. Which leads to this: dying in his wildest dream, perfectly content. It delivers the ultimate euphoria, breeding absolute attachment and trust toward the supplier. As for whether the body can handle it, that's not the creator's concern.
Boss, we got a guard heading this way. I could knock him out, but if he misses his half-hourly radio check, it'll trigger a full security alarm. Got it. Stay sharp in there. And keep one eye on that prick. I ain't forgot about him snatching your bounty.
Hide? Why would we do that? We'll just have him escort himself out. Watch and learn. Terror is the best eviction notice.
Looks busted again. How many damn work orders do I have to... Ah! What the hell?
I swear that is the single greatest contribution Enrico has ever made to society. Oh, look at him. He looks pretty happy about it too, doesn't he? Hold on. We haven't collected his performance fee yet. Spotted it in the lining of his torn pants while we were shaking hands just now. The Acacio Syndicate Banquet of Rebirth. Present this ticket to witness the end of all suffering. Dated 5 days ago. Looks like we're heading to a real carnival, partner. Got your last words queued up? Save them. I ain't listening. Hush. Keep quiet. 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 Didn't someone just say they were gonna kill me? Oh, right. I already blew his vocal cords out.
Boss, the Acacio Syndicate brass just had this delivered. An invitation to their inner circle banquet. It seems dangling Duchess de Flavin's interest in investing was the right bait. They bit hard. consider it done.
You got it, boss.
A minor detail, boss. They only provided a single ticket. It appears our new partner will have to wait outside.
Hey, Duchess. Is your little investment tour over yet? I was about to fall asleep from the lack of oxygen. Oh, I just helped a certain gentleman transfer his admission. If anyone does a spot check, I've got a perfectly valid ticket right here. What can I say? I've got good ears. Take a walk around and the news just slips right in. Oh, I wish I could. But sadly, I'm just your average working stiff. Punching the clock, always on call, taking the fall when things go south, and seeing zero overtime pay. "3 o'clock. The fat guy flirting with the lady in the red dress. That's spare part Sparrow. Black market organs used to be his specialty. 9 o'clock. The beanpole holding the book. He's the notorious mastermind behind an investment scam that shattered over 300 families. On the left, that's the butcher Donato. 3 months ago, he had a bounty on his head for chopping a guy to pieces in a casino and feeding him to the dogs. And now, look at him. He's smiling purer than a choir boy. Plus, I don't smell the copper on him anymore. To be precise, I don't smell anything. No greed, no bloodlust, not even fear. He's a taxidermy specimen, gutted of his insides. That hollow feeling, it makes my skin crawl far worse than a man drenched in blood. Rebirth. Let's see if he's truly shed his old skin. So cold. Good thing I'm an expert at this sort of thing.
How dangerous. May the Rainy One forgive this careless gentleman.
Forgive? I don't need anyone's damn forgiveness. As for your ear, it needs something to stop the bleeding.
Your Grace, your associate appears to be a touch too spirited. Ah, that is our premier service, the Rebirth Therapy. As you know, there are certain brilliant individuals in this world who, burdened by a heavy past or possessing an overly exuberant vitality, struggle to integrate into civilized society. Such as overly energetic family members or certain partners who took an unfortunate misstep in the Vanity Fair. This technology, co-developed with authoritative institutions, is not a treatment, but a purification. We help them unhook the anchors of memory, severing the neural circuits responsible for guilt or rage. What remains is a pure mind. No past, no sense of guilt, only serenity and happiness. Of course. To a visionary investor like yourself, we are always happy to show our sincerity. Tomorrow evening, there will be an intimate VIP experiential salon at the beach bathhouse. Join us and witness with your own eyes how pain is washed away and how rebirth descends.
May the rain embrace your desires.
The rain embraces your desires? That isn't rain. That's gutter water seeping out of hell. Be careful, partner. Don't get soaked.
To ensure the absolute purity of the soul cleansing, I must ask you both to spread your arms. No metals, weapons, or even sharp accessories are permitted inside the baths.
Whoa, a pat down. Your definition of a soul is pretty heavy if it can't even tolerate a spare coin.
It is strictly for the safety of our guests.
If I decided to kill you right now, you wouldn't even have the chance to scream for help. Then, I could keep this bounty all to myself. Always armed. Good habit. But partner, your heart just skipped a beat. Was that fear or excitement? I'm betting on the latter, because we're exactly the same kind of people, aren't we? All right, down to business. We know Acacios is tied to the corpses, but it's all just speculation. No hard proof. We'd better catch them slipping tonight. And if they don't slip, I'll force their hand. An experiment.
May the rain embrace my desires. May the rain wash away my impurity. My mother isn't dead. She simply became a raindrop. I grieve no more.
Excellent.
Your brainwaves are much more stable than yesterday, Julian. You are even purer today.
Can you feel it, madam? It isn't just minerals dissolved in this water. It's the exhausted sigh of the era. Industrialization, the noise, nerves strung tight as violin strings. We didn't come here to wash away dirt. We came to reawaken the feeling of being alive. To cure this malady of civilization caused by the city, my doctor said I need sunlight, seawater, and absolute stillness. Mountain air is too far, but the coastal sun, is just right.
Those mountain sanatoriums are too cold, with as many rules as a monastery. I spent 2 months by a hot spring last year, doing nothing but painting sunrises, drinking red wine, and soaking in sulfur baths. But it wasn't enough. They said my sensory dullness needs intense stimulation to wake up. So I had to come here and try it out.
The hot springs and sunlight only scratch the surface, my dear. They soothe the muscles and numb the nerves, but they can't reach here. The real root of the illness lies in memories, guilt, and the thoughts we endlessly chew over in the dead of night. For a deep therapy, word is you have to go to the Bay Sanatorium.
The closed-off sanatorium that only takes referrals? I've heard of it. They say they don't accept regular tourists, only souls ready for complete metamorphosis.
The cost? Well, besides money, perhaps. A piece of the self? Oh, who knows? Under absolute tranquility and guidance, shedding the old self like a shell isn't unimaginable. Fits the spirit of the times perfectly. We no longer just treat tuberculosis. We treat the malaise of existence itself.
Dear guests, the purification is about to begin in the main pool. Please head this way.
In this world of noise, we are all sick. Anxiety, guilt, fear. Those are the toxins of the soul. Tonight, the Rainy One bestows upon us the divine nectar. No need for repentance, no need for pain. Just accept it, and your desires will become your wings. By the reign of the divinity, let thy heart open wide.
This is...
Look at that. It really works.
It looks very comfortable.
Truly a premium session.
So wonderful. It's gone. It's all gone.
No. His sins are too heavy. He cannot withstand the Rainy One's grace.
Enough noise. Hush. Make a noise like that again, and I'll rip your vocal cords out.
Grab them! How dare they disrupt the session!
You good, boss? Ghost, get in the car. We're out of here the second we hit the exit. Huh? Where's that annoying prick?
Why the rush? Your hands were steady enough when you dosed him just now.
Who are you?
That recipe, the one that spikes desire. Who gave it to you? Is it tied to Subject 7?
I don't know. It was the Elders. The nectar the Elders gave us.
Who are you people? The extra dose tonight. Who ordered it? Ouch. Break my heart, why don't you? And here I brought you a little souvenir. Oh, I just have a severe allergy to fake, obnoxious screams. If that guy kept laughing, he was going to turn into a corpse. Dead men don't talk, and they certainly don't offer clues. Which is exactly why I reeled in the real catch. I nearly got shot to pieces by the guards just to bring you this little gift.
And so, to conclude the incident report from the bathhouse, 2 Shadowborn breached the perimeter, triggering a sudden psychological collapse in one of the guests. All guests inside have been pacified according to standard protocol. Furthermore, 17 unrelated bystanders witnessed the guest's unforeseen reaction to the nectar.
Oh, Valley, I told you long ago not to skimp on bathhouse security. Instead of the tranquility they paid for, you've treated our guests to a horror show. Have some fruit baskets sent over, include a card. The Acacio Syndicate wishes you a swift recovery. Phew, finally through. Now, where was I? Oh, right. Deduct the cost from the security department's bonuses.
Yes, Mr. Acacios. And what should we do about those 17 onlookers? We've temporarily secured them in the transport trucks. For their own protection, of course.
Valley, come look at my ship. Isn't it gorgeous?
Absolute perfection, sir. A true work of art.
No, it isn't. Look at the sailor on the deck. His posture is all wrong. It ruins the spirit of the entire vessel. You asked how to handle them. Valley, does that even require an answer? What is the core philosophy of the Acacio Syndicate? Do as you will. Leave the cleanup to us. World thinks we sell depravity. They are wrong. We sell dignity. We are the sewage pipes of civilized society. And a sewage pipe cannot have cracks. The moment it leaks, the entire city begins to reek. Pop quiz. No prizes. Since the product is defective, it ought to be...
bagged, loaded onto the trucks and sent to the landfill. But sir, there is a child among them. Barely 10 years old, it's unlikely she even understood what she saw. Could we perhaps limit her procedure to a cognitive adjustment?
Valley, morality is just an excuse meant for the poor. The ones who cannot afford our solutions. A 10-year-old girl and a 60-year-old man look exactly the same on our ledgers. They are both simply potential liabilities. I am a businessman. My job is strictly selling umbrellas. If the heavens decide to pour acid rain, what choice do I have? You are a refined individual, Valley. And civilized people do not shut down a restaurant just because they pity a stray dog. Go on. Balance the ledger.
You are absolutely right, sir. I am merely performing my job. I will ensure the procedure is executed with the utmost professionalism.
Excellent. Off you go. And have the bar make me a sunrise on your way out, would you? This damn sea breeze is giving me a bit of a thirst.
It started at 11 last night. Raids tore through every shop within a 200-meter radius of the bathhouse before sweeping across the entire district. The charge is inciting a riot. 17. Bathhouse staff, the old ticket taker, the towel boy, even a child selling lemonade nearby, detained because she might have witnessed the violence. The official line is protective custody, a sanitizing phrase. But dock workers say they were shoved into an unmarked black van and driven out of the city, heading to the northwest outskirts.
A textbook cleanup. Bag up the filth, ship it to the landfill. Once you cross the city limits, the living just become missing persons. Gotta love that streamlined bureaucracy.
Because the bathhouse incident exposed just how lethal the nectar is. The official story blames an aromatherapy overdose for causing hallucinations. But my guess? They use the nectar to reprogram them. Those smiling corpses are the byproduct of that conditioning. What Akesios sells, it was never about salvation. It only fractures the mind. So, before word spreads, Akesios must ensure every loose end vanishes.
Those folks they took.
They aren't coming back. They either get persuaded, or they simply vanish, turning into just another floater in the bay.
According to the families we managed to reach, Akesios' people flashed a suspect list bearing the official seals of both City Hall and the police precinct.
Seals can be forged.
Here's the twist. The families were warned. Make a fuss, and their loved ones will face grave legal repercussions. But at the same time, Akesios' goons hinted that with full cooperation, the detainees will be safely released in a few days.
Every stray you pick up puts another bullet in our backs. Partner, that's bad business. A guaranteed loss. A cold mercenary angle. I like it.
Dock workers say the convoy rolls past Pier 7 in the Old Port at 3 a.m. Then it takes the coastal highway northwest. Only way out of the city.
Clock's ticking. Don't know how many guards they got. And it's just us. Not enough muscle.
There's a fork in the road right there. One way heads northwest. The other hits the fish market. Market starts unloading before dawn. Lots of trucks. Lots of chaos. Perfect spot. About Eleanor, the lemonade kid. She's a special case. Records show this wasn't her first time loitering around the bathhouse. Half a month ago, her brother Luca stole a taste of a client's nectar. He lost his grip on reality, became useless for work, and then was gone. She's been peddling lemonade down there as a front while she searches for him.
And that leaves the pair of us to go fishing. I'll handle the locks and clear the trash. You gather the flock.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, where'd this damn drunk come from? You looking for a grave? Shit! The damn thing bit me!
You're the ones begging for it. Get your asses out of the way.
Too many of them. 5 minutes.
Over there! Follow me!
Don't you damn run! Ah! You're gonna pay for this!
Hold on to me, Marta! I'm not losing anyone else!
Six minutes. The extra minute's on the house. A scratch. Doesn't feel like a thing. Let's move. Depends. A light touch is free, but pushing the scale, it draws blood. Sometimes hallucinations. Dead faces. The ones I've silenced sometimes drop by for a visit. Call it customer feedback. If saving this lot costs you more, say blowing your cover or burning a vital ally, would you still do it? Confidence is all well and good, but the world doesn't like giving out third doors. It gives you two paths, both leading to hell, and asks which view you prefer. I blow the roads to hell and pave my own. Makes a racket, usually brings the heat, but it gets it done. Which is why the old fossils in the guild despise me. They want tools. Quiet, obedient, strictly by the book. But I'm not a tool. I'm the wild card.
Thank you. Thank you. We were as good as dead if you hadn't.
What? What if we refuse? Akesios will slaughter our families.
A real leech, aren't you? Pull them from the fire just to squeeze out their last drop of grease? Partner, your blood runs colder than the fish in here. Rather have my own blood on me than someone else's. Come again? Wind's too loud.
One of our safe houses. I've stashed some supply kits beneath the stage, enough to keep us going for a while. A fire gutted the place 20 years back. Street says it's haunted, keeps even the drunks away. We're clear for now.
Hey, Ghost. You think there's something wrong with that prick in black?
How so?
Just a gut feeling. Back at the market, a bullet shaved past his eye. A normal guy? His muscle would lock up, hairs stand on end. Not him. Didn't even flinch. Like the meat about to get ventilated wasn't even his.
Maybe he's just well-trained.
Training kills a flinch, but it doesn't kill instinct. I've seen hard bastards. Boxers, hitters, mercs. They all get scared. Scared of dying. Scared of bleeding. That guy? He feels nothing. That makes him the most dangerous kind of bastard. He doesn't give a damn about his own life, which means he sure as hell doesn't care about anyone else's. He's either a lunatic or a... hell, I don't know. He's just a lunatic.
Don't sweat it. Our job is to keep eyes on him for our boss. If he steps out of line...
Yeah, we settled on how to handle that prick.
Fair assessment. But partner, if you're looking to break my teeth, you'll have to take a number. The line for that particular privilege stretches from here to the other side of the ocean.
I just got off the phone with Red Gloves. He's already secured a local law firm based in the Roman Empire. They'll represent the survivors and their families to file a formal suit. Plus, we can use the Duchess de Flavin's name as a defrauded investor. We'll accuse the Akessios Syndicate of using prohibited neurotoxins for commercial fraud. They fancy themselves businessmen, so we'll bury them by the rules of the trade.
Oh, am I? Figured it felt a bit sticky. Still, this red carpet is already ruined. A few more drops won't hurt the decor. Whoa, partner. The ambiance is perfect, I'll give you that. But I'm currently a casualty. Are you really that eager? Appreciate the concern. Core temperature is 36 degrees. Resting heart rate is 52. Low, but strictly within the realm of the living. Anything a breathing person can do, I can do. Pain? You mean those noisy neural signals? I turned them off. Hearing, touch, smell. If I don't want them, they're just white noise. And noise can be hushed. In a diseased world like this, turning yourself into a stone is the only way to outlive the rest. Oh, give it a rest, partner. The world is too damn noisy. I just want a minute of quiet. A cruder method, such as... Color me curious, partner. So obsessed with the feeling of living. Your sheer spark is starting to sting my eyes. Fine, fine. You're a demanding one, aren't you? Satisfied? If you were trying to kill me, congratulations. You nearly pulled it off. You've got a wicked touch, partner. Memorize it. Save your breath. Every nerve ending I've got is screaming curses right now. But you'd better watch your step. When I get burned, I tend to rip throats out. Don't go pinning a medal on my chest. I just hate those noises. I've seen too many of those faces. When a person hits the absolute bottom of despair, if they don't have the strength to scream, they end up smiling like that. Those cultists at Akesios take that misery and rebrand it as salvation. It makes me sick. What about you? Doing it for love and world peace? Neither of us are saints. Shame this world is so short on good people.
Mr. Akesios, we dug into it.
Drop the neckline another inch. If this is resort wear, the lines around the throat shouldn't feel so strangled. We're aiming for a certain calculated nonchalance.
Our informants said the crew from the fish market and the bathhouse. They're most likely hounds from the Shadowborn Guild. I mean, the Guild's protocols keep the contractors' identities off the books, but judging by their tradecraft and the mess they left behind, it's a safe bet.
Oh. The Guild? That explains the audacity. Who else would dare kick up this much dust in my town? So they're cashing in on an A-rank Guild bounty. Which means the hush money and the PR spin we've been funding haven't exactly delivered the ROI I paid for, have they? If standard disposal protocols were followed, those corpses never would have surfaced. I expect the grunts to be sloppy once, but twice? A third time? The coincidence is losing its charm. And with our narrative control in the gutter, the Guild is sniffing around. One has to wonder, is someone trying to play corporate war with me?
I've already rattled the cages of the local families. Absolute silence. Not a ripple.
How bizarre. Not after the cash, not after the turf. Just out to harass honest, law-abiding businessmen like us?
It's unbelievable. I haven't slept in days. The pills aren't doing a goddamn thing. And now these guild hounds are clogging up our operations and letting the loose ends wander off. It's going to compromise our arrangement with the partner. Sir, they're spitting on our authority. Give me the word to send in the hitters. Let me sweep this trash into the gutter where it belongs.
My dear friend, you always reach for the messiest, bloodiest tools in the box. Do you have any idea what professional hitters cost these days? The cleanup crews? Who's paying to get the blood out of the upholstery? Should I just dock your year-end bonus? The hounds haven't leaked a shred of evidence yet. If we kick down their door and start blasting, we might as well rent a billboard confessing to the whole city.
Then what's the move? We just sit back and watch them file the report?
They're just contracted labor. If they crawled out here for a 3 million bounty, it tells us one thing. They have a price tag. Barbarians use bullets. Businessmen use margins. Since they're so obsessed with our smiling corpses, let's send them a masterpiece. Wrap the package in this, and don't forget a polite card. If they've got 2 brain cells to rub together, they'll take the buyout and vanish.
Understood. I'll handle them with the utmost sincerity, just like our most valued clients.
A cease and desist from Akesios. Discovering the new you, which usually involves burying the old ones 6 feet under.
Boss, the ledgers here are immaculate, spotless. But I cracked their service logs. Take a look at these location codes and manifests. This batch booked a trip to the Sunset Isles, paid enough capital to buy out half an island, and secured investment visas. According to Akesios' files, their past lives are officially wiped, a complete slate cleaning with foreign identities to match. The ones marked for the Highland Cliffs only have a single line. Service rendered. Archived. They've likely been turned into silent stones somewhere up in those mountains. And the Azure Coast manifests. I recognize a few of these names. They're the dirty laundry of the major families. Bastards. Degenerate gamblers. Lovers who knew too much. And look. Ricky. Our accountant is on the Azure Coast manifest. Log says he qualified for an in-depth immersion experience. I imagine the massive sum he embezzled helped grease those wheels.
What is it, partner? Finally realized I'm a better view than a dusty piece of parchment? Can't slip a thing past you, can I? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm hunting for a city that got scrubbed clean off the map. Or a place cursed enough to look just like it. Last time, I didn't pull a single soul out alive. This time, I'm going to try.
Andre, he was chosen. He has finally found his true belonging.
You shipped your only son off to the base sanatorium. Why? To cash out on that massive life insurance policy?
You misunderstand, sir. In a world suffocating under pain, strife, and guilt, simply existing is the ultimate torture. My son, he was too fragile. A dead bird would leave him weeping for a whole day. A failed exam was enough for him to try and take his own life. He was in agony every waking second. As his father, I only wanted to excise that pain. I love my child, so I send him away to purge the redundant noise and embrace his true calling. He doesn't cry anymore. He smiles at the sun every single day, completely focused on his ideals. It was the most perfect gift a father can give a son.
You make me sick.
Excuse me?
Greed, control, and that nauseating stench of self-righteous martyrdom. Old man, the noise inside your head is deafening. It sounds like 1,000 flies swarming over a trough of slop. You call that love? Don't make me laugh. That is nothing but your sick urge to turn a living soul into a puppet. Since you're so fond of purity and peace, I'll be the saint and give you what you want. Living is torture? Right. If life feels too much, then let me relieve you of those pesky feelings. does it feel? This is the paradise you handpicked for your son. No agony, no distractions. Just you. Ah, I forgot. You can't hear a word right now. Relax, partner. I'm just clearing out the noise in his head. When he wakes up, he'll be more honest than he's ever been. There. The world is nice and quiet. Now, Piero, use that tongue you just got back and tell us. What exactly is the deal between Acacios and the Bay Sanatorium?
I only know that people troubled by mental or behavioral issues, they take the nectar. After an evaluation, if they qualify for a deep therapy, they're referred to the Bay Sanatorium. The ones who come back, they're healthier, steadier. They know how to enjoy life, how to accept themselves. They don't lie awake over past sins anymore. They don't even care about anyone else's pain. It's beautiful. Their families, they all prefer them this way. We scout clients at art salons or charity galas. There are always starving artists looking for a rush, or elites with problems that need to go away. Those are the most promising, premium clients. We don't want the ones who can't even take the nectar. Weak minds, nothing but garbage. The Rainy One has no use for them.
Let's go, partner. The happiness in this room is starting to make me choke. Lead the way. They put on a hell of a show. They look divine enough to ascend straight to heaven, but all I catch is the stench of dust and rot. Oh, and what does the market back in your hometown prefer?
If the therapy is as good as they say, we should consider sending a few of our troublemakers over. Better to let them find peace here than let them trash our name on the streets.
I think we should back some of Acacios' events. Get our names on the list. It's not just charity, it's an insurance policy for the future.
As long as they guarantee those fools won't show their faces again, I don't care what happens behind the curtain. In this world, disappearing is its own kind of dignity.
You know whose turf this is. I will never.
He says never. My guess is he changes his mind in 10 seconds.
There is no map marker for that place. You follow the sea caves under the cliffs, where the storms are most violent.
See? Everyone is a collaborator once you find the right language.
It is our sanctuary. The Garden of Purification is the ferry to the Empyrean, the divine realm. Those without a token of pardon will only drown in the sea mists. The reign of transcendence bestowed by the Scion, guiding the chosen to the Empyrean. To let the rain embrace our desires. You think you won. No. You have simply been permitted to see the sight that the divinity wants you to see. It says you have seen enough.
Boss, someone's there. Want me to track them?
What a shrieking nightmare. Do you hear that? That sound. That primal sound of beasts tearing at each other just to stay alive. When that place went up in flames, it had the same melody. The screams choked out the pleas for mercy, until all that was left was the pop and crackle of things breaking. Too loud. It's so goddamn loud. It makes me want to silence the whole world.
Please stay calm and keep moving. The southeast exit is open. I repeat, stay calm and keep moving.
Compared to watching them shriek and tear at each other, I prefer them silent as statues. What do you say, partner? Forgot. Spend enough time in a stinking world, and your memory's the first thing to go.
Boss, what's the word from the guild? And the people already shipped to the sanatorium, the ones turned into test subjects. Their names will never make the final report. The officials are moving fast, too. Word is they've already lined up the fall guys. A few expendable mid-level managers will take the hit, while the real architects, like the syndicate boss, get quietly relocated.
Thanks for the compliment. I just saw the Akesios goons downstairs. They're beating on doors across the street. Before those uniformed idiots turned this place upside down, I came to confirm something. Is my lovely partner getting ready to cut me loose and take the guild's payout for a cruise vacation? Tell me, is an ambitious shark like you really willing to spit out a prime cut just so those old fossils can split the check? If you aren't splitting the check, you're flipping the board. That's the version of you I know. Sounds smart. Smart people usually live longer. A conscience? I thought that word was redacted from a Shadowborn's vocabulary. You've peeled back the skin on Acacios's little grift. Let's call it out together, just to see if our frequencies match. 3, 2, 1. A two-pronged con. The nectar is a relaxant and a hypnotic. With the right guidance, the user becomes a tool for the taking. The Garden of Purification uses the nectar as a filter. The weak are discarded as smiling corpses. The strong are reforged into loyal servants of the garden. Now that you've mapped out the board, how do you plan to change the game? Effort requires an incentive. Mine is personal. The story buried in that sanatorium. Yours is practical. The assets. Our interests overlap, but they don't exactly match. For instance, I'm not obligated to help you crown yourself the new Acacios. Where did you get this? You're trading on my past. Excellent. You negotiate much better than I gave you credit for. Hand over the photo, and I'll dismantle that little carnival at the port. I'll shut the right mouths and make the ones holding the truth spill their guts under the spotlight. As for the name on my payroll, it happens to be exactly what we need for this op. Let's just say you hit closest to the mark with guess number 3. But giving away too many free samples ruins the value of the product. Unless, of course, you're willing to match my generosity. You don't trust me? Beautifully pragmatic. We have a deal. Just a heads up. These ears of mine pick up a lot of interesting static on the wire. Like the sudden, miraculous return of the Cecilia heir. Word is, she's been orchestrating quite the spectacle across Melania and the Oasis Republic. Flawless PR. Relax, it's exclusive intel. The streets haven't caught the scent yet. Oh, don't look at me like that. We both have our hands wrapped tight around each other's throats. That makes it a fair game. Doesn't it, my temporary ally?
How about we push some seasonal sparkling water during the promotion? Which flavor hits the spot, do you think?
Lemon, citrus, vanilla, they'd work. The point is, what if the guild investigators show up to sabotage the event? Should we take them out beforehand?
Let them play. The bigger the mess, the better. If things go sideways tonight, who do you think the public will point the finger at? Us, for handing out free, soothing drinks? Or those thugs for breaking the peace?
The thugs.
Exactly. We aren't the villains. We're the victims. The people crashing the party are the bad guys here. How are the flammables in the storage sector? All set?
Ready and waiting. It only takes a spark.
Good. Good. Remember, the fire was the result of mishandled holiday fireworks. And we, Cassios, are the first on the scene. The heroes of the hour.
Understood.
Valley, your mission tonight is to keep a smile on your face while you greet the guests. No matter what happens, you smile. Got it?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes, sir.
Good. I'll get going. Once tonight is over, I'll get you a slot at the sanatorium. You look deathly pale lately. You need rest. I headhunted you from a 5-star hotel to raise the bar, but you're no good to me like this. Clear your head. Enjoy the sun and the sea breeze.
Sir, I can't...
I said you need rest.
Yes, sir.
Take a drag of the good stuff. Your face is as pale as a fresh guest room sheet.
It's just a job, right? But then again, that's exactly what the officers say when they start a war.
Yeah, that's what they say. Valley, 6 years ago, we both started at the front desk. You had me beat on the scripts, the service, the degree, everything. When we were headhunted, everyone placed their bets on you being the president's top lieutenant. But you know why you stalled out? Because in here, you still let the collateral damage get in the way of the business.
Doesn't it keep you up at night? We're taking lives, not sweeping up trash.
You want to know what keeps me up at night? Defaulting on a luxury mortgage next month. My wife showing up to a gala without a single new piece of jewelry for the season. My 2 kids getting kicked out of their private academy. Valley, you've got talent. Don't let irrelevant people drag you down. Think of your daughter. When she's playing those expensive ivory keys, she doesn't need to know how the piano was paid for.
Lawrence, your samples have been hitting snags left and right. The data is veering way off course.
Off course? That's the beauty of an experiment. If everything went according to script, we wouldn't need the lab, would we?
We are investors, not philanthropists. If the data continues to deteriorate, we will pull out our funding.
Pull out? Be my guest. Should I go ahead and leak your research parameters too? Let the public have a crack at the data.
You!
Just kidding. We're partners, aren't we? The data will iron itself out. Just give me a little time.
Relax, miss. Why the furrowed brow? Listen to the music outside. See the smiles. Pure joy is a rare commodity these days. Worth more than gold. Numbers? On such a beautiful night? Miss, you're far too tense. Glaros is a sanctuary for the spirit, unlike where you come from. Besides, look here. The event is fully compliant, and it speaks to the will of the people. If something goes wrong, we will hold the liable parties accountable to the letter of the law. But if you insist there is a security risk here, please, file a written appeal with City Hall within 3 business days, accompanied by a certified third-party risk assessment. Mind you, it's the holidays. Things might move a bit slow. Perhaps a reply by next month? Then let us enjoy the present. Have a good evening, miss.
Copy that. But there's too many of them. Akestios started the handouts 2 hours early. The place is crawling with wired-up tourists. And Akestios plays the heroic mediator. Ha! Got it. We won't be the ones to throw the first punch. Boss? You can count on me.
Link arms, everyone! Hold the line! The nectar is poison! My brother drank it and he wasn't himself anymore! He never recognized me again! Is that what you want for yourselves?
Tid, get back! It's a powder keg out here!
I'm not moving. Mister, you said that as long as we stand here, we can save more people like Luca. I'm not taking a single step back.
There are flammables over there! You'll get blown to pieces! Get back!
Mr. Security, your vocabulary is dreadfully crude. Blown to pieces? How primitive. You should call it the ultimate deconstruction of the physical form. We cross this threshold in pursuit of transcendence, and yet you attempt to cow us with clunky biological notions like death.
Huh? Yes! Wonderfully said! Deconstruction of the physical form! Dear Susan, did you hear that? If we turn to ash and mix together, wouldn't that mean we are eternally inseparable on a molecular level? How romantic.
Here, young man, have an apple and do me a favor. Let me through. I've had insomnia for so long. I just want to try that soothing drink.
No need. Wait! Stop pushing! That seawater and oil drum's over there. It's dangerous! And you can't drink that garbage potion!
Our city lives ain't worth more than 2 bottles of rock cut anyway. Who gives a damn if it's dangerous? If I croak and come back as a fat cat banker in the next life, I'd say that's a hell of a deal.
My friend, although your motives are steeped in utilitarianism, your courage is commendable. Excuse me, please step aside and stop spitting on my bow tie. It is silk.
Don't! That's poison inside! You'll forget who you are!
But they said it brings bliss. Just one more sip, and I won't have to see my dead mother in my dreams anymore.
They're lying! You'll forget her, and you'll break the hearts of everyone who loves you. Do you want that? If it hurts, you can just talk to me.
I don't know. I just don't want to hurt anymore. Please, let me drink. Being sober is just too much to bear.
Mister! The line is breaking!
Yeah, to hell with it. Pick out the troublemakers and knock them cold. Drag them off the line.
Control? Port crowd density is off the charts. We need immediate emergency containment.
It's a holiday, kid. Under Article 7 of the City Entertainment Act, unless a crowd starts a brawl that ends in permanent physical loss, we call it entertainment.
But the perimeter of the storage sector is swarming with tourists. There are containers marked as highly flammable in that zone. There's no one on site to handle the overflow.
Oh, that? Those are pyrotechnic supplies for Kesios' stage show. It's in the contract. We're paid for the cleanup, not for killing the vibe.
Mr. Panos, it doesn't matter who I am. What matters is your son, Marco. His toxicology report shows the exact same compounds found in the nectar Kesios is shilling tonight. Now the port is spiraling, and the security chief is in Kesios' pocket. He's in the command center right now, scrubbing the trail. You can keep playing dumb until Kesios guts you and takes the whole harbor. Or you can put your men in press vests, storm the command center for an exclusive, and trap that chief in the spotlight.
Three anomalies. First, a group maneuvering near the storage sector trying to redirect the crowd. Second, reports from at least 3 distribution points of unidentified individuals stalling our guests. Third...
Damn it! What are they trying to pull?
Behavioral analysis suggests an intent to sabotage. Likely an attempt to assassinate the speaker, or trigger a riot to disrupt the distribution. But our containment leaves them no opening. Your route completely bypasses the crowd, and your detail consists of rain guards, specialists trained by the Garden of Purification. Distribution points are heavily guarded, and each is stocked with backup inventory.
Good. Keep a close watch on the storage sector. That's our safety net. If the event spirals, an accidental fire will divert all the attention. You know what to do.
Understood. The fire will be pinned on mishandled holiday fireworks, and you take the lead in the rescue. Any whispers about the nectar will be drowned out by the disaster. As for the ringleaders, I can have a few snipers in position.
You've got a head for business. Once the event wraps, your sanatorium application will be pushed into the very next batch. I'm personally bumping you to the front of the line.
Thank you, sir. You're far too kind.
Saving a pack of lunatics racing to the grave. This has gotta be the worst deal I've ever signed on for.
Such a bright door. The audience is waiting for me to take the stage.
There's no one down there but the fish.
You insulted my mother's soup! Her soup is salty! I demand an apology!
Sorry to interrupt.
Huh? My hand? Why can't I feel my hand? Ah! Me too! I'm too young to die yet!
To the new world!
Fly, little one. Daddy's gonna give you wings.
Everyone deserves a taste. I'll turn this pipe into a holy river and purify every rat in this city.
Heads up. The storage sector is packed with accelerants. At this rate, a massive inferno is inevitable.
Watch. The second a firework catches a crate or some maniac turns on his neighbor, we're tomorrow's front page. Your people can't contain stupidity on this scale. That's my partner for you. Always turning the world into a meat grinder and churning everyone until they're all mixed up. Given the situation, I've got 3 cost-effective ways out of this mess. Care to hear my advice? 1. A total divestment. We trigger the force majeure clause and pull out. I'll personally escort you, Wolf, and Ghost out of the splash zone. We find some choice high ground, pop the champagne, and file our report. Pure business logic. The mission's a bust, but the principle stays intact. You lose the assets, but you keep your skin. If you don't like option 1, I back off to the safety line myself and enjoy the show. I'll watch you play tug of war with these freaks, and then I swoop in to claim the bounty alone. Three. A clean sweep. If we can't solve the problem, we solve the people. I can make everyone in this sector go silent. Permanently. No consciousness means no panic, and no hands left to strike a match. This whole place becomes a dead, silent morgue paved with bodies, and your fire hazard vanishes with the breath in their lungs. Tell me, my shrewd partner who desperately needs a win, do you have the guts to choose this? Just give me the nod, and I'll kill them all for you. The fourth. You really never settle for the choices you're given, do you? Hold on. I'll take the contract. Let me show you what a professional sweep actually looks like. No blood and well within budget. Stash that clumsy beach storming, partner. Then put it on my tab. If I take a hit, at least find me the best recovery ward in the city. One with a sea view. Stay low, don't be a target. I'm going to find a better seat. Since you've placed your bet on the fourth choice, don't blink. Shut up, you idiots.
Come back. Come back. Come back.
Come back.
As you wish, my partner.
It hurts. Mama, it hurts so much.
So, I don't have to smile after all.
I think I saw Divine. He didn't say a word. It was just white. A silence deeper than a grave.
But it felt right. No suits barking orders, no foreman spitting curses. For a few minutes, I think I was actually free.
Hallucinations. Useless, the lot of it. If you play with fire, the only freedom you'll smell is charred meat. What were you doing in a flashpoint zone anyway?
What was I doing? Drank some nectar, drank some booze. My whole body felt light, and I just wandered over here somehow.
Mister, head count's clear. The ones frenzied on the nectar, we got them lashed to the railings. Not a soul went overboard.
Good. You did well.
I didn't find my brother. But if he knew I'd saved this many people, he'd give me a real smile, wouldn't he? Not one of those fakes.
He'd be proud. Count on it.
Akesios mishandled hazardous materials and deployed unauthorized narcotics during a public festival. Mr. Klein, I have the witnesses and the footage. This is a windfall for you and your associates, is it not?
And what about that monster who silenced everyone tonight? The Commission will definitely look into his violations. If they need a scapegoat.
You are welcome to file a report. But I should warn you, if he can muzzle 3,000 people, he won't lose any sleep over making a certain chairman's office permanently silent. Don't you think?
Oh, heavens no. You misunderstand. We're partners, aren't we? I'll have the hit pieces on Akesios ready by dawn.
Get back, before I turn you into a brain-dead idiot. You always have to spoil the fun. There are 1,000 voices screaming in my head right now, asking why they're the only ones who've been silenced. Drop it. I don't need your pity. Just say something nice for once. Don't you dare! The pressure in here, it'll tear your mind apart.
done. The stitching is a mess, but it'll keep the winter freeze out. The boss of us Black Hands has to look the part on the streets. Take it. Don't be picky.
Sorry, I am picky.
Hey!
I didn't cry today, and I didn't tell anyone about the bread being taken either. Here, take this half piece of candy. You're all bruised from that fight. Sugar makes the pain go away.
This month's protection money. Not bad, right?
We keep dropping coins in, but the jar always feels so empty.
Medicine and rations drain it fast. We save with one hand and spend with the other. That's just how it goes. But one of these days, we're gonna pull a real score.
Coins are nothing. As long as the four of us are standing, I'll conquer this city and turn it into a playground for you all. Ugh. Pumpkinhead, which corpse's mouth did you pry this crust from? It's hard enough to crack a stray dog's skull.
Make do for now, boss. Tomorrow, I'm lifting a heavy wallet. We're feasting on meat pies.
No way! Every cent goes into the jar. Once us Black Hands save enough, we're buying a passage out of this graveyard of madmen. We're going to see the real ocean.
Get back! Stay away from my home!
I did it. I kept them out. You're safe now. Oh, no. No! Ah!
We promise.
Promise. Make it out together.
Simulation concluded. Congratulations, the sole survivor of Subject 7. You have eliminated all competition. Your desire is the ultimate victor.
Shut up. Just shut up! Stop! Stop talking! Get out of my head! Hush. Partner, that crossed a line. Under the Shadowborn Oversight Act, unauthorized mental tampering counts as a breach of protocol. I could have you locked up for this. You're one hell of a crazy woman. You know what the worst part is? It's not that I killed them. It's that sometimes I can't remember their faces. Pumpkinhead, Penny, Shorty. They're fading into the static. I'm not even sure if Penny actually wanted to see the ocean. Maybe I made that part up. Maybe I invented all of it. What's out there besides the hum of the crowd? Hey, you still out there? Why stay? I thought you were cutting me loose. When you let your pheromones flood my mind like that, I could have torn you to pieces. Lend me your shoulder. 10 minutes. Just 10.
A sudden heart attack. PR hacks are losing their touch. I thought at least they'd grant me a heroic end. Perishing in an inferno to cover my staff's retreat. Or something along those lines.
Unbelievable. Who knew a few outsiders could convince the local families to turn against us? We've shifted the blame for the therapy project, but the government still froze our front assets in Glaros. Are we really just walking away?
Why not? Business is about knowing when to sever a limb to save the body. Let them have the hollow, mud-caked shells. Consider it a handout for the beggars. We're leaving with the core assets, the offshore accounts and the dirt on our high-net-worth clients. We'll take a short vacation at the Bay Sanatorium, then slip out via a private charter.
But the guild investigators...
The investigators want Glaros. Let them believe they won. Once the noise dies down, I'll open a new Akesios in a new city under a new name. The world is a massive carnival. As long as people crave an escape from their pain, my tickets will always sell. Cheers to my rebirth.
Bowl at the start. Unauthorized use of tactical scale power disturbing the public peace. Bowl in the middle. Ordered to return to headquarters within 72 hours for inquiry. And, oh, more bowl at the end. All those old fossils know how to do is slam their fists on a desk. I've already cost them 3 desks. My apologies to the 4th.
I feel as though we've met. Yet perhaps we haven't. Am I still in the dream? Oh, yes. In the haze of my memory, a dark specter kicked me back to the living. Simply because he found my screaming distasteful. Meanwhile, the deity meant to save me watched with cold indifference as I sank. Perhaps it was the sedative drinks. A pity. Drinks, hot springs, sunlight. They are mere temporary salves for a soul deep ache. I've decided to begin my treatment by settling a few scores with my editor. It has. I'm writing a collection titled Silence. It's a guide on how to survive a paradise where tears are forbidden, by learning to keep one's mouth shut.
Absolution Services has largely retreated from the public eye. Thanks to the evidence we leaked anonymously, the government is pinning everything on unauthorized collusion between radical groups and rogue corporations. The local families we contacted have buried the story. They're also handling the public relations fallout from the harbor incident. Though, they didn't miss the chance to carve out a few of Akesio's holdings for themselves. Akesios has filed a liability waiver with the precinct and officially scrapped the Rebirth Therapy project. They've pinned the blame on a few low-level managers who conveniently took a fatal plunge into the harbor. The morning papers say the chairman, Lawrence, died of a sudden heart attack. Wolf is already mobilizing the fleet. He'll intercept any cargo ships trying to flee. Are we heading straight for the Bay Sanatorium now? Nothing yet. Latest reports suggest he's still holed up at the sanatorium. Boss, it seems he's waiting for your invitation. Understood.
Hitching a ride. Going my way? Well, we're both headed for the Bay Sanatorium to settle accounts with Akesios. What's the harm in keeping the partnership alive? Besides, I'm a man of limited means and fewer friends. You're the only ally I have left to bum a meal from. Fair enough. Now, for hell's sake, roll down the damn window and let me in.